welcome to this week's episode of Pop Culture News and Reviews. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by Sevi. Sevi, man, how you going?
Mate, I'm great. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. And we are coming to you with issue number 92. 92, flying through them, just absolutely...
Oh, flying through 92.
On track for 100, man. We're getting there. We're going to get there. We're going to raise the bat, even though neither of us like cricket.
We have
That's
a
the
bat?
term I've gone with.
Do we have a bat? Where is this bat?
The bat drops soon, doesn't it?
Batman. I see. Yeah, okay. Oh, that was terrible.
Raise the Battison.
That was
It
horrible.
will be here soon.
Horrible.
That's mid next year, isn't it? It's not early. It's not early next year, I don't think.
I don't remember. You'd think we'd remember things like this, especially for a new Batman.
I think it's May.
I don't know. You might be. That rings a bell.
Look, the hard thing is, and this is what I'm going to go with, is that they've shifted dates around so much now that I've kind of stopped remembering when stuff's coming out, because the next week they're like, oh, we've shifted this date, and we've moved this date, and we've changed this around. And you're like, oh, awesome. All right, well, at one point it may have been May.
No, it's March.
March, all right. So
March 4th.
That is early. That's good. So we've got 3 months till a new Batman. Just put that out there.
Oh, well, we do too. When's the Flash coming out? Because then we got however long that is till we get the best Batman. Bestest.
Let's take a step back here and say that we're still looking forward to. We've got about a week till the new Spider-Man.
Oh wow! Is it really?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
It's about 10 days away for us right now as we're recording this. So depending on when people are listening to it, it's less than 10 days.
I just looked up the release date for the Flash movie.
Yep.
It's in post-production at the moment, and it says expected November 4th, 2022. So we're not getting it. We're not getting it till 2023. Not with this whole new strain of COVID. Things are going to get shut down again. And
You reckon?
Oh, 100%.
Seems people are just pushing through.
I think America's just over it. So they're just like, you know what? This doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
If we don't think about it, it doesn't exist. It's like, that's not how it works. It's not
as bad as the other one. It's not Freddy Krueger, guys. You can't just ignore it and it goes away. Anyway.
Well, it seems to be that way.
This is where we're at. Movie dates getting shuffled around constantly, but hey, we'll talk about what is coming. And like I said, Spider-Man's definitely landing in about a week and a half, so pretty excited for that. Anyway, hopefully we can dodge spoilers in the meantime for that. What else do we have, man? Let's have a look. We got news here. Actually, I didn't ask, man. What have you been watching? We usually ask that. What have you been watching?
Oh, before we recorded this morning, I was watching the newest episode of the Graham Norton Show.
Oh, righto.
I do love the Graham Norton Show. I think he's quite funny. He's quite good at interviews. But look, I had to watch this one.
What I love about Graham Norton is he actually gives the interviewer or interviewee time to talk.
A lot of time to talk, which is awesome.
Yeah, whereas it's the exact opposite about James Corden. The reason I don't like James Corden is I think every time the person he's interviewing starts talking, James Corden has to jump in and make it about him.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're like, oh.
I can't stand. He's probably my least favorite out of every talk show host there is. James Corden would be the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, his gimmick with carpool karaoke was good at the start, but then it just got overplayed, and it's like,
even
okay,
then, that is about him.
Sucks now. Yeah, it's just him showing off that he can sing. It's like, yeah, cool, good job.
Yeah.
But
you're like, he's singing, especially when he's sitting there with someone like Ed Sheeran or even The Rock, or whoever he's with, and he's singing over them.
Yeah.
You're like, mate, it's not about you.
That's right.
Take a step back.
But Graham Norton, I think, has got the best one because he allows them to get drunk. They can drink at the same time, which everyone knows alcohol opens you up.
It's solid,
and lets you talk, and off you go. And next minute, you've got Seth MacFarlane singing awesome songs.
And you're not trying to join in and sing over him, which is a good move.
You let him sing as Peter Griffin, and it's great.
So this episode you're watching has Tom Holland and obviously Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, that's why I'm watching it.
Anything we should know about that from there?
The size difference between Them. It's insane.
Yeah, of course.
It's insane. You've got a man and a god.
Look, I'm going to actually take what you just said there and jump into our first bit of news here because we got a trailer for Jack Reacher drop. And Alan Richardson looks like he could fit Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher in his pocket.
Mate, you know how much of a fan of Reacher I am. This is perfect. He is absolutely and not only that, I was watching the trailer and I'm like, okay, so we've got the big guy. He's because they do that little teaser before the trailer, and it was in the prison thing. And he's like, you guys know what's about to happen. And it's like, okay, so that's spot on Reacher. And then through the trailer, it was like they started playing him out. I was like, oh, I started to get a bit worried. I'm like, oh no, you're playing him like the big dumb idiot. Because he said a few things and I'm like, oh no. And then it flipped and he started talking about the caliber of the gun that killed the guy. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you've nailed it. This is brilliant. This is absolutely
about
brilliant.
How he was going to work through the gang.
Yeah.
Like how serious they are and how he's going to infiltrate and work through them. And you're like, oh man, that's awesome. But then,
and then he has
cable ties.
Just busts out of it. We didn't have handcuffs big enough. It's like, that's awesome. But I think the best thing, and it was the same thing they did in Tom Cruise's, which was awesome, which is just spot on Jack Reacher, is that it's the whole thing they did in Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr., how he explains what's going to happen when there's a fight. And he's like, because they did it in Reacher, he's like, in Tom Cruise's one, like, just remember, you wanted this. And he's like, what do you mean? It's 6 against 1. He goes, no. It's 2, maybe 3 against 1. Because some guys aren't going to come in because you're going to see what's going to happen. You're going to stand away. And that's what happens in this trailer. It's like he goes, I'm going to break 3 kids' hands. And he's like, there's 4 of us. He goes, no, one of you's got to drive.
Yeah.
To the hospital.
When he drive to the hospital,
and then bang, and he's just snapping wrists. And he headbutts the dude's fist.
Yeah.
The dude throws a punch and he just launches with a headbutt. It's like, oh, this is wicked. I cannot wait for this show.
Now, Alan Richardson is tall. He's a big guy.
6'4", 6'5", I think.
I don't know if they've purposely cast people shorter than the average to make him look bigger as well.
Jack Reacher is supposed to be 6'4", 6'5". That's how big he is.
But like just watching it and being like, because they do a lot of fast shots, you're like, man, if they put Tom Cruise on box during a lot of his scenes, like,
well, see, all they did with Tom
was him as well because he's huge.
They sort of just made Tom look just as tall as the other guys. They haven't overdone it. Where Reacher is supposed to be almost larger than life big, like he's the biggest guy in most rooms he goes into.
Yeah, like he's a good head and shoulders above most people in.
Which gives him that presence. And
terrible for a spy.
Alan's going to smash it. He is going to smash it. Just by this trailer, I'm like, oh, I'm in love. I want 7 seasons of this. Let's go.
I love the storyline they've gone with too, with the small town and him working through. Like, it looks good. It looks really good.
Well, I think they did that at the start of the second one with Tom Cruise. He was in the small town in the diner, and then the cops come in and go to arrest him. And then the phone rings in the diner, and Reacher's like, "You'd want to answer that." He's like, "What do you mean?" And then you're gonna want to answer that. And I think it's military guys telling him to let Reacher go. Like, you're not holding him. Let him go. He's fine. It's just like, it just shows you the pull that he's got. So I'm hoping that they do that in the show as well. Like,
oh yeah,
that he's got an Overwatch looking over him as well.
Yeah,
which would be wicked.
Oh man. Anyway, we're keen for this. So what's this on again? Is this Prime? Yeah,
Amazon. Which they're going to smash it out of the park.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
What shows have they done that are bad?
Couldn't name one. Could not name one.
You've got The Boys. You've got Jack Ryan there. You've got Jack Reacher.
They've done a few other things too, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. But they're the 3. They're my 2 main favourites from there.
The Boys, definitely.
The Boys is just insane. And have you watched Jack Ryan?
Yeah,
with Krasinski?
Krasinski,
yeah. Yeah. That was awesome.
We get a crossover with Jack Ryan and Reacher?
I doubt it.
It'd be amazing.
Because Jack Ryan is Tom Clancy.
That's right.
And Reacher is... Oh, god damn, I've forgotten his name. Anyway. I did this last time we were talking about it too when it got announced. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
So that should be good. Mate, speaking of things that should be good now, this is more me than you.
Where are we going here?
Sorry, Only Murderers in the Building. It started filming season 2, so I'm pretty pumped for that.
Yes, I seen you put this in the chat. What is this?
Well,
I didn't know what this was. What is this?
Is the show that I told you was really good is the one they had Martin Short, Steve.
That's right. Yep.
And Selena Gomez.
Yep.
First season was phenomenal, like really good. And season 2's just started filming. They put a picture of them all together again, which is really cool. Selena Gomez did like I don't know what it is, TikTok or a Instagram or whatever it was, some kind of video.
You sound so old.
Oh, man, I'm not.
Whatever it is the kids are doing these days.
Whichever one she decided to use. Look, all I know it's not a Vine now. Anyway, but she's just kind of recorded herself sitting there in like, you know, those acting chairs that they have, and just panning across to Steve Martin and Martin Short just talking about nothing. But like just like talking back and forth to each other. And then she goes like swings back to herself like she's looking bored or whatever. And she's like back with my two dads. And they're just like these two old men just talking. Like, and you look at it, you're like, man, she like, because they're just, look, throughout this whole show, like you could tell it'd be so hard to be in a room with these two and actually like stand out because they're so phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, and even like off screen, obviously, they've just got this dynamic going. And she's just sitting next to them like, well, guess I'll just sit here quietly while you guys just talk. You know? But anyway, they've added Cara Delevingne to this show.
Is she in a belly dance?
Look, she gets a lot of hate for Suicide Squad.
Oh, I know.
Gotta say. Oh, no. She's actually a really good actress.
She's a really great actress.
Yeah. Like, we've got to let go of that, I reckon, because we know she got done dirty.
Oh, 100%. Well done, Warner Brothers.
Absolutely done dirty, but she's a great actress.
And no, she really is. She really is.
But so was, this is what I didn't realize until I watched Only Murderers. Selena Gomez is a phenomenal actress. She's really good.
I'll take your word for that. I don't think I've seen her in anything really ever.
Yeah, I just thought she was like one of those Disney. I think she was Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, she was in that, but I'd never watch.
Yeah, so I just put her in that basket. You know, like kids show kind of kids actor or whatever.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they can't take that step to actual. I'm not going to say serious acting. What they do is serious acting, obviously, but to not playing a kid's role, essentially, where you're constantly winking at the camera.
You know what's funny is, with that leads perfectly into the next bit of news of Turner and Hooch getting cancelled. What? Talking about Disney actors that can't act in the big screen.
I didn't watch.
Neither did I. Was never gonna. I saw the thing because it was Josh Peck, wasn't it?
Was that who it was?
I'm pretty sure it was. Yes.
Oh man. I really liked Drake and Josh, the show, by the way. Like I used to watch it after school.
Yes, and that was good. But it was one of those kids shows where the people can't follow through into the bigger stage.
Yeah, look, I am going to say, though, Drake Bell, who was an incredible musician. Like, that dude had some great songs. He was a really good Spider-Man. Like,
what?
He voiced Spider-Man.
I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, they did an animated series called Ultimate Spider-Man, which is actually kind of what Tom Holland's Spider-Man ended up based on.
Ah, okay.
But it went for about 4 seasons, so it's on Disney Plus. But they did it where he was in a team learning to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. So he was getting like a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D. tech and stuff. And
well, you know what they should have done for the new Spider-Man? They should have brought him back and put him in a suit.
I don't know, because remember that
play him as Peter Parker.
No, remember that superhero like scary movie type movie they did?
No.
Where he was the main character of that.
Was he not very good?
The Dragonfly. Oh man, it was pretty much they did pretty much a shot for shot rip off of Spider-Man. Like the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. But just with like, you know, spoof scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was anyway. Drake Bell. Good voice though for Spider-Man. It was good. Still though, not as good as Jake Johnson. That's my favorite Spider-Man, I think.
What about Chris Pine?
Nah, Peter Parker was nailed by Jake Johnson. That sounded awful, but he dominated.
Yeah, that was a bit odd. That was a bit odd. We should think about your words before saying things like that.
I'm not going back on it.
Fair enough.
Sticking with it. Jake Johnson, the best Peter Parker. What else do we have here? So, Vikings Valhalla, by the way. That's got
this
date.
new show been announced and all of that. It's
early 2022 is what they're saying.
Yeah, and it's a sequel.
Premiere February 25th, 2022.
Sequel to, I think it's set 100 years after the events of the first show. Now, I stopped watching the first show when I've spoken about it before, why I watched it. But yeah, I probably won't watch this because you sort of know you're getting to the dying end of the Vikings. Especially if it's at 100 years after the events of what happened in the first show. It's like, well, they're going to start dying out pretty soon.
I always thought the way the Vikings actually finished up was hilarious. Like, they just found a dude who believed in Christianity and went, oh, yeah, okay, we'll do this instead. Like, it's really weird.
We'll just completely forget about Thor and the gods and...
Yeah, oh no, you're probably right. Yeah, okay, we'll go with Christianity then. I was like, wow, like way to stick to your convictions, guys. Like, just been like completely murdering people in their names for years. You've just gone, that must have been like a really convincing Christian dude. Anyway, but also like
odd turn.
It's that end thing of Vikings take everything to the extreme though. So you had the Vikings obviously believing in the Norse religions, but then you had these little subsects of Vikings popping up that believed in Christianity and pagan beliefs.
That's right.
Because they go to the absolute nth degree, those Christian Vikings were like, well, if you don't believe in this, I'm going to kill you.
That's it.
And
that's exactly right.
The pagans were the same, and it ended up just being the last group of Vikings standing.
We're just going to just kill everyone. Let's do it. Come on, guys.
Yeah, which with the Christian Vikings who just left there going, well, guess we're Christians now.
To Valhalla!
Yeah. No. Heaven now, guys.
Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, guys, I said the wrong thing.
They're like, kill that guy.
He believes in the old stuff. Death to him!
All right. Anyway, that's Vikings Valhalla, apparently. Do we know anyone in this?
No.
I don't know any of the actors.
No.
Who's Sam Corlett?
No idea.
The name rings a bell, but anyway. We also got a bit of news about The Witcher Season 2, by the way, which is coming. December 17th, guys. Stay tuned for that. Saying that he's going to grunt less and drop the F-bomb less.
Yeah, I was listening to... What was it I was listening to? There was something I was listening to and he was talking about. It was another interview because he's doing a press tours and that at the moment. And he was talking about how this season is going to be more like the books.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Where he's going to talk more, he's going to be more articulate with his words. He said the first season was about just setting up how sort of brutal he was. We're going to get more into Geralt. Yeah,
I'm keen for that. I think I've said before on the show a couple of weeks ago when I started reading the books and stuff that I preferred The Witcher in the books than the one we got. For that very reason. So hey, I'm keen for it because I think Cavill's definitely capable of it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So definitely keen for that. Speaking of actors who are capable, and I'd like to see more of, we've been told that Colby Smulders is going to get more of a role in Secret Invasion.
Oh, I'm keen.
I'm definitely keen for because she's a good Maria Hill that has not been used. Like, Maria Hill is a great character in the comics. Like, at one point she takes over as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, wow.
Like, she's well into it, man.
Do you think that's what they're setting her up for?
I don't know, but it's hard because you know how they go, oh, okay, well, this actor's been in this universe for 10 years now. You know, and then they move them on. So, like, you know, Hawkeye's getting replaced by Kate Bishop. You know, Florence Pugh's replaced Scarlett Johansson. You know, it's hard to say that a character who's been there the whole time with that character is going to replace them.
Yeah.
You know, but she's been so underused that you think maybe she will. And it would make sense because she's been there the whole time. You know? Which I guess is the same as Sam taking over from Captain America, isn't it?
Yeah. You're just passing the torch, essentially.
But you're not just giving the mantle of Captain America to someone new.
No, it's someone who's already there. They're established.
You know? So I guess there's that. Anyway, whatever they decide to do, I'm just happy to get more Cobie Smulders.
Yeah, nice.
More Maria Hill, actually, is where we're going.
And that's exactly what you want.
Exactly, because I also thought that, like, we got it kind of in Far From Home. You know? And then it turns out she's not actually Maria Hill.
It was a Skrull.
And you're like, oh, okay, well, we didn't really get her then, did we? We just got a Skrull. Which then makes you think, like, because we got the reveal after that Nick Fury's on the spaceship.
Where is she?
He's doing.
I didn't even think of that. Where is she?
Yeah, I just realised that. Like, she must have been there with him.
Is she?
Which, you know.
Or is she on Earth doing something else?
Over from him, I guess she would be. Anyway. What else do we have here? We've got... All right, let's jump into movie news. Why not? We're on MCU actors, which is Chris Hemsworth we're going to talk about here because Extraction 2 we got a bit of information from. Looks like they're shooting in... Well, they've just started shooting. And it's... Oh, what's going on here? A snowy setting, apparently?
Yeah. They're on the side of a train, I think, going through the snow.
So teasing a future scene by saying he's leaving a train location, and walking through thick snow in Prague. This was Sam Hargraves showing this, by the way. So he's the bloke who directed the first one, that amazing car. Like, they should have got him to do the Hawkeye one that we just had. Like, that would have been incredible. Anyway, I just jumped across to a couple of different trains of thought. Sorry, guys.
No, which we will talk more about that scene in our breakdown.
We will, so stay tuned for that. But Extraction 2, filming now. We rated the first one pretty highly from memory, and I still don't think enough people are across it. Because there's people I talk to, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, an Extraction, and they just haven't seen it.
Can you slap them?
No.
Why?
No. Because, I mean, that's not nice. But
it's fine. Are they Australian? Why are they not supporting an Australian actor?
I probably think he's got enough going for him.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, it's that thing of Mario Kart. You stop getting the speed boosts when you're already so far in front.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
You keep speed boosting.
No, haven't you ever realised that?
You set lap records.
No, when you're in front in Mario Kart and you go through a mystery box, you only get like shells or... not shells, sorry. You get like...
bananas.
Bananas. You get like things that aren't that great. But when you're behind, like when you're right at the back, you get that cannon, that you know, that turn into a rocket and shoot and get past everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're about midway, you get shells and you get
bananas,
mushrooms for speed boosts.
Yeah.
You know, so but when you're in front, you don't get speed boosts.
Didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. So that's what I think it is. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth's so far out in front now, people aren't like, we're not going to speed boost this guy anymore.
There will be no boosting of the speed.
He's fine. We have to try to catch him. We're not going to put him so far out in front that we can't catch him. Come on, guys.
Just do it.
Just elevate him to Hugh Jackman levels.
Just send him even further.
That's the issue. You don't want anyone getting back to Hugh Jackman levels. He's too good. Too up there. All right. What else do we have, man? Let's have a look. We're looking through movie news here. All right. Came across a tweet. Yeah.
Tweeting?
Yeah. A tweet from Eric Kripke. So Eric Kripke is the showrunner slash writer for the Boys.
Yes,
on
he is.
Amazon, which we've spoken about just in this show. He put out a tweet saying that for the last 2 years he's been working on a Transformers script, and the main bad guy is named Omicron. And he's like, now I'll just check the news, and oh my God. Now, I'm not sure if this was a joke tweet, but if not, guys, are we getting a Transformers movie written by Eric Kripke? Because that'd be amazing.
I'm going to say no, it wouldn't be.
I'd be so keen for that.
I think it'd be too much. I love gore and blood, but I don't think him doing a Transformers movie of people getting squashed under the feet of Optimus Prime would be great.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think they'd do that. Like, I think he'd do robot violence.
Well, we've seen that.
Yeah,
Michael Bay did it well. He ripped Jazz in half.
Yeah, but to the nth degree. You know,
you want to see oil splurting everywhere, and
I don't know, like energon leaking or something. I don't know.
Optimus just pushing someone sideways over his knee and just hacking at his neck till it comes off. You want to see that sort of stuff, and just nuts and bolts falling everywhere.
I don't know, man. I don't know what I want to see, but I do want to see Eric Kripke.
And then some random person on the street gets a piston through him.
Oh, just yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I want now.
Yeah, you've got no idea.
Maybe.
What's next on the list? God damn.
Yeah. All right, let's go through. We've got all right, Renfield. Do you know anything about this project?
Who?
Renfield.
No.
Okay.
No, I did. I saw something about something. Is this the one where Nick Cage is playing a vampire or something?
Stop.
Okay.
Renfield. I'm gonna educate you.
Oh.
All right. Because I was really excited about this when I saw it.
Edumacation.
I love Nicholas Hoult. I think Nicholas Hoult is a phenomenal actor.
Nicholas Hoult. Where do I know that name from?
Okay, so he was the kid in About a Boy, and then he was Beast in the X-Men
That's right. Yes.
Class
Yes.
series.
Yes. Yep.
He was in a movie called Warm Bodies.
Yep. Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah,
Bit
really
of a
good.
weird premise, but okay movie.
Yeah. He's currently in something for Netflix, I believe, called The Great, where he plays Alexander the Great. And
oh wow,
he's really good.
I wonder if they're going to tell that story properly.
Oh no, it's a comedy.
Oh, okay.
Like, but it's really good. Like, because they've just taken him and told him, like, you're great, you're good at everything. So he's playing someone who just believes he is good at everything. And
Oh, so it's not actually about Alexander the Great.
No, it's more about Catherine.
Okay.
Like, behind the scenes pulling the strings.
Yep.
And making him believe he's doing things.
Yep.
But he's got, like, the full Russian accent and everything. He's really good. Nicholas Holt's phenomenal. I think he's a brilliant actor. Renfield is the Igor to Dr. Frankenstein. Right?
Yep.
So Renfield was Dracula's assistant.
Okay.
In Bram Stoker's
Dracula, yep.
Dracula, Renfield was a dude from the insane asylum who thought by eating live creatures he could get immortality like a vampire. And Dracula found him and realized that he'd just serve him and do whatever he needed to if he could promise him immortality.
Yeah.
So he would like just torture him essentially, and he'd just be there just putting up with it and doing everything he needs to do. So
did Dracula bite him and turn him?
I don't believe so, no.
Oh, so he just led him on.
So he's the guy who would keep the house in order while Dracula was asleep in his tomb during the day.
He was Alfred.
Pretty much, yeah. So
he was Alfred getting led along on fake promises.
I'm stoked to see Nicholas Hoult play that character. Then we get told that Nick Cage is playing Dracula. And I'm 100% on board for that.
It's going to be wicked because he's starting to... I could see him playing Dracula like...
really well.
Especially if he grows his hair.
Yeah. Now, especially, if he does that, like, that Superman...
hair.
The stills you see from that Superman shot.
Yep.
Anyway, how great does this project sound?
I'm pretty keen for it.
Anyway, they've just cast Awkwafina in it.
Okay, so now we're done.
Yeah.
Not watching it.
Just absolutely killed it for me.
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't understand the hype. I don't... Anyway. Look, if you're into Awkwafina...
It was like that, yeah, but it was like that time when they were casting Amy Schumer and everything, and she had hype from nowhere, and it was sort of like, well, how are you getting hype? You're not funny.
Especially if you're playing the same person and everything.
And I mean, and now look, where's Schumer now?
But look, this is... I don't want to bag on other actors here, but all I'm saying is that Nicholas Hoult is a phenomenal actor. Nick Cage is an incredible actor when he gets going.
when he gets the right... when someone gives him the right script.
Yeah. Awkwafina is Awkwafina in everything.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just in my head, I'm like, I don't see these guys kind of playing together well.
Let's just hope that this is a serious movie and not a comedy.
I think it's a comedy.
Well, then I'll probably skip it, to be honest.
I think I'm going to watch it just for the two Nicks, to be honest.
I will skip it. You watch it. You tell me whether it's worth watching.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just like Renfield, I did with guys. Venom.
Keep an eye out for Renfield. Oh, I'm going to watch it. I'll get to that.
When?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get through Lost in Space.
I'm 1.5 eps in.
Right. I'm still trying to finish season 2.
Oh, wow. So you haven't just started the new season of Lost in Space?
Nah.
Oh, we were never going to review it then.
Oh, no, we were no chance. As soon as you told me that we weren't going to, I was like, oh, thank God. I've been struggling, man.
I shouldn't have said it until today. So you would have smashed through it.
Oh, yeah, we would have.
And then I would have gone that, you would have gone, oh.
I went to a play yesterday and I would have spent the whole time with a headphone in watching Lost in Space.
That would have been fine.
Look, speaking of other things we got here, Batgirl starts filming.
I'm keen. I'm keen as mustard for Batgirl.
Yeah.
Now, since last week's news that we're getting the big fella back in the Cape. Yeah. Oh, Batflick's coming back.
Hopefully. Now, remember, that came from...
No, it's happening.
Yeah. Look, I'm just trying not to get my hopes up, really.
It has to happen. Because I said so, and it would make no sense if it doesn't.
Look, speaking of things that have to happen, that is happening, Sony head Amy Pascal has dropped that their deal's been done with Marvel that they're going to get 3 more Spider-Man movies. Now, she also specified that it's with Tom Holland. Now, I've seen a bit of hate for this because people are wanting Spider-Man rebooted again for some reason. Guys, we don't have to go back to that well. We're so far along. We're so close to getting adult Spider-Man.
Yeah, let it happen.
Oh, so close. The best Spider-Man comics, save for what Brian Michael Bendis did on Ultimate Spider-Man, because that was incredible, and that was all while he was in high school.
Yep.
The best Spider-Man comic arcs are all when he is fully grown.
Was when Jake Johnson played Spider-Man. Is that where you're going with that?
He's a much more compelling character as an adult.
Do you want to see Spider-Man with a bit of a gut?
I want to see Jake Johnson play him now.
You can't have that, but do you want to see Tom Holland with a bit of a gut? He's been doing it for a long time, and
I'm here. This is what I want.
And then we kill him off, and Miles is there.
Look, in the comic that Brian Michael Bendis did where he first introduced Miles Morales, Spider-Man was still in high school when he got killed by the Green Goblin and Miles replaced him.
Oh. Well, if Tom Holland signed on for 3 more, that's not going to... He's out of high school now. We're getting an adult Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's going to be working at the Daily Bugle.
Do you reckon he will?
Well, he sort of... Unless they do go back in time and erase everyone's memory. Have you seen the
stuff they're doing with... on TikTok, I think it is, where Betty Brant's doing Daily Bugle updates.
Yeah.
So she's working there.
Yeah, she's there. She's an unpaid intern, and apparently she's the worst unpaid intern that's ever worked there. I've been watching them. It's like, oh, wow. Poor Betty.
Oh, man, just getting absolute... Hey, speaking of Betty Brant, did you see the tweet that...
Tweet?
The original Betty Brant.
We can just say no, because I don't look at Twitter.
Okay, so the original Betty Brant, whose name has completely escaped me, but she was...
I've got her face in my head.
I think it starts with E. Oh, man, this is awful, guys. I'm so sorry. Is it Emma? No. Anyway, she was in Pitch Perfect. She was in... like I said, she was Rita Repulsa in the Power Rangers series. She's directed a bunch of stuff. And I'm just floundering.
Elizabeth Banks.
Name. Elizabeth Banks. I said Emma. That was terrible. Anyway, Elizabeth Banks put out a tweet saying that she's got her Spider-Man ticket to go see No Way Home.
Oh, nice.
But did it with a picture of her holding the tickets to, I think it was a gala when she was playing Betty Brant.
Oh.
She's like, the only way I'm getting back to Spider-Man is by paying for a ticket to go see it.
Or is she saying that she's in it?
Oh, Mephisto confirmed. Obviously.
Speaking of bad guys, mate, did you see the reveal of Kang?
I didn't want to, if I'm honest.
Okay. Well, it wasn't big, and it's sort of blurry.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty goddamn comic accurate.
You reckon?
Yeah. Have you got it on your screen right now?
I'm trying. I can't see it. I've just got like a picture of
Ant-Man? Ant-Man's helmet?
Yeah.
Look in the reflection on Ant-Man's helmet.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Kang.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror is in the reflection of the broken Ant-Man helmet.
Look, that doesn't bode well for Ant-Man, by the way.
No. Not at all. Sorry, Paul Rudd.
Cool image they've gone with.
It's a wicked shirt. I want that shirt. Because the reflection, you can see enough, but not enough.
It's very silhouetted.
It's like that's a wicked reflection, and I want more.
Still, he's wearing like that old school stack hat helmet.
Yeah, it looks wicked.
With glowing eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't believe you didn't notice the reflection when you looked at the picture.
I was too busy looking at the fact that Ant-Man's helmet has a huge crack in it. Half of it missing, looking like Terminator out here. Anyway.
It's more like the armored Batman helmet. After Superman rips it off, and all you got is Affleck's one eye showing.
Oh no! Do you remember the Punisher on the Netflix series where he completely cracks open Daredevil's cowl?
Yep.
It's like that when it was just like hanging off.
Yeah.
Oh man! Hey, by the way, John Berthnell saying again that he'd definitely return to the Punisher. Just putting it out there.
Did you also see what he said?
Has to be R.
He's not coming back for a watered down Punisher.
Yeah.
It has to be the big dog Frank himself, or he ain't coming back. Yeah. Now that sort of okay. I don't know if Disney will do that, which is a bit upsetting in the same time.
It is. Did you hear about what Patrick Stewart did as well? So Patrick Stewart said this is a direct quote, let's do this. He says, I met with Kevin Feige a couple of months ago and we had long conversations. There have been moves and suggestions which include Charles Xavier. But here's the problem. If we had not made Logan, then yes, I'd probably be ready to get into that wheelchair one more time and be Charles Xavier, but Logan changed all that.
Yeah. It was a perfect send-off.
Yeah. That's someone knowing when to leave the party.
I don't think, as much as I would love to see Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart come back,
it's not happening.
I don't want it.
Because
I want it, but I don't want it at the same time. It'd be
they were perfect.
Bittersweet. Would that be the right term to put it?
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's the perfect term right there. Anyway, last bit of news, man, and it's a weird one to end for us, but Boondock Saints 3. We'll throw a bit of information out there. We've got a little bit of information. So, Boondock Saints has just released a bunch of information. So, the release date we got is May 2022 is when production's starting. So, they're saying that it's probably going to be 2024.
Jeez.
That we get it.
Jeez, they're going all out for Boondock Saints 3 then.
Yeah. Saying that it's going to focus on, obviously, Norman Reedus, Patrick Flannery's characters of Murphy and Connor. Yeah. Look, they're going big with it.
I'm keen.
We got a rough idea of the plot, which is that the brothers are older and they're coming out of a brand new world that's not like the one they left kind of thing.
Yep.
Look, it looks interesting. Definitely looks interesting. Anyway, Boondock Saints 3, guys, 2024. Do we just not talk about it till then? Or
Well, I'd say we wait until the next time we should mention it is either when they throw a big name from Hollywood into it as a bad guy, because that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And when we get a trailer.
So, yeah.
But we will keep you posted.
We will.
When we find out more.
Boondock Saints news will pop up here, as will most other news in the world of pop culture, guys. Thanks for joining us for another week. That felt like a real, what's it called? A real PBS kind of wrap up there. And the more you know with us.
The more you know.
The more you know. Thanks for joining us, guys. Anything we missed that you want us to talk about for next week, feel free to shoot comments, subscribe, all that kind of stuff through. But yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.